Most dapping. Oh my goodness gracious! It's 11:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time,
and it's perfect time for some Car Guy coffee.
You know what time it is. Get you.
What's up?
Whoa! What's up, folks?
What's going on? This is Lou Ramirez, the Car Guy.
This is Fairly Nice, the subprime hero.
Whoa! And we are excited to be brewing solutions with you. It's late night, and it's a beautiful night. Wherever it is that you are, make sure that you're turning on a light really bright and getting something excited to go into your next week about. Car Guys, Car Gals, it's time for some Car Guy coffee. But make sure that you hydrate. And remember, this brew has been brought by
Think
Ad Group.
Ad Group. You know what's up, man. If you want to make sure that you get an edge in life when it comes to the car sale business or anything sales right now, actually, these folks, get a hold of them at www.thinkadgroup.com. Oh, right. They are the next up and coming company when it comes to helping you satisfy your digital needs when it comes to text messaging and all kinds of stuff. If you want, I am stumbling through my words. I'm so sorry that I am doing it like I am right now. I don't know why I'm talking like that, but I apologize. You need to make sure you connect with the Think Ad Group. That's right.
Think Ad Group is live. There are some serious individuals that really think outside of the box. As a matter of fact, when it comes to Justin and Derek at the Think Ad Group, there is no box. The box does not exist. These walls that try to hold us in don't exist to these guys. There is no such thing as a box to the Think Ad Group. They are so far beyond what could be contained in the think tank of one individual. And the great thing about them is that they bring many great minds in to bring a multiplication of thoughts into their tank. They're geniuses. And every time I think of them, see what I did there? Every time I think of them, they inspire me to think a little bit deeper and go a little bit further just in how I approach everything, especially how I look at the potential that you have working with them. They're very smart people, but they think with the heart. And that, of course, is the most important, especially when you do things like apply the 3 F's to your life, folks. And you know what time it is.
Oh, I know what time it is.
Everybody, make sure that you get ready from Kentucky in the Car Guy Cafe all the way here to the land of clothes over bros, where you don't want to be anything other than what you've been trying to be lately, the land where One Tree Hill was filmed. I am excited to be Forgive, Focus, and Flying and getting ready.
I think 3 people knew what you're talking about in the whole world.
Whichever ones understood, they got it, and they would probably appreciate it. Seriously, tomorrow I'm going to go to Karen's Cafe because I'm in One Tree Hill. I'm going to go probably shoot a hoop over at that court and have a good time. But seriously, first things first, everybody. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Forgive, focus, fly.
You know what's up?
No, what do you think about that? This is where they filmed Once You're Here. They have like this whole walk where you go through all the whole flow of the show. And I was like,
Man.
oh, that's probably Dan's dealership right over there. There are some really great looking car dealerships all around here. That is one thing that I was impressed with. Everybody is towing the line. Everybody's looking good. But the architecture of a lot of these dealerships is pretty cool stuff. It's good to see.
So, folks, man, amazing. Today is the 5th, getting ready to be the 6th of July. But Lou, tell the folks where are you and what's going on in your life right now? Where are you currently?
Right now, I am in Wilmington, North Carolina. Wilmington, North Carolina. Probably about 15 minutes from Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. Beautiful, beautiful area. Nice car dealerships are so gorgeous out here. I mean, they're all over the place. If I take a walk up the block or right down the street here, there's some really nice higher line dealerships, and I'm having a good time taking a look at all of the architecture, but just a lot of the nice cars that are riding around. But anytime that you're in a beach town, you're noticing a greater deal of actual pristine, clean, hot cars. You know what I mean? It's always fun eye candy to see some of the nice whips.
No, that's cool, man. So
I'm here visiting my son.
There you go.
A staff sergeant in the United States Air Force, and we are just enjoying a 4th of July weekend with him. I came through with my wife, my son, the young one, the baby, right? The baby who makes me, I'm like this, trying to take a picture with them, like, you know what I mean? They were my boys, you know what I mean? But and my mother-in-law, and we're just having a good time. We're just hanging out. Everything is canceled all over the place. All the fireworks shows that were supposed to go on everywhere wasn't happening. So we just did what we did, got around. I had some good New York style pizza tonight. Seriously. Angelo's. Excuse me, not Angelo's. It was Michelangelo's. Michelangelo's Pizza here in Wilmington. Fire. Absolutely awesome. Thank you so much.
Dude, because the Ninja Turtles were there
tonight. Huh?
It's because he's the coolest Ninja Turtle. That's why he has the best pizza, bro. You already know.
That is so true.
Totally, dude. So, man. So tell us, man, what have you guys been doing since you've been out there? I know you've seen some dealerships. You've been hanging out with your son. You couldn't go out and see some fireworks, but what have you been able to do?
The next part that you try to always make sure that you're doing on a vacation, and that's eat.
Uh-huh.
You can't see straight. You know what I mean? And we've been trying to eat some good food, having some good seafood today and yesterday. But you know, just catching up, having a good time. First, we were at his house, so we were hanging out there, and then we came out here and we scouted out the beaches yesterday. Went to go look for some activities to do today. We got more stuff that we're doing tomorrow, but we just hit the sand today. I mean, and the water felt amazing. It was awesome. Very hot. I mean, like a Kentucky dry. Well, not dry, but like, I don't know. It's hot. Devin looks as red as this Think Ad Group ad. Okay. I mean, I'm not kidding. The only spots on him that aren't red are the areas around his hand where where he kept applying the suntan, or not suntan, sunscreen all over him. So it's really all over here, and that's the only places on his entire body that are not going. Glowing.
Poor guy.
Yeah, he's hurting. My stomach actually got burned. That's weird. Just my stomach.
Because it's sticking out a little further than it used to.
So it's definitely shown that I got this big family and that I like eating with them.
No doubt about it, man. That's awesome. What's been your favorite restaurant so far since you've been out there?
Oh man, I'm gonna be a little biased. I'm gonna go Ninja Turtle style.
Michelangelo.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite food in the world. I love that pizza.
Can't
And
go wrong with a good
they
pizza.
nailed it. I mean, seriously, they nailed it. I mean,
That's
you can
good.
always tell when it's not New York water, but they did a great job. Fantastical.
Fantastico. Well, good job. Shout out to Michelangelo. Folks, if you're out in the area out there, what city is that?
We're in Wilmington. If you are in Wilmington, you need to
check out Michelangelo.
You already know where to get. They delivered. They took it directly to my room. Like I didn't have to go downstairs or nothing. Like I ordered it. A little bit later, my mother-in-law was like, "Somebody might get the door." And I was like, "All right."
Good old darling.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes, and I mean, you know how I was like, "What's up, man? Hey, give me that." And I was like, "Hold on, thanks, man." You know what I mean? And opened it up. You know, I had to do the whole inspection. You know, and Gabe is over there like, "Is it the real thing, Dad?"
You know he was.
You know
what did Gabe think about it? Did he like it?
Gabe was like, I mean, and while I waited, I had to get the whole setup right. I had to get seated perfectly, drink everything just right, and I sat down, and he's sitting there, you know, got his whole slice going, and Devin's in there, like into like his third. No, he's like into his and I'm sitting down, and then I take the bite, and then Gabe, like, cause he's over in another spot, so there's a lamp that's in between us, and he leans forward and he's like, "You good?" And I'm sitting there. Got it. They nailed it. Yes! And I was so excited. And then Tiffany went on, and we ate, and it was all glorious. Great family. Yep. They really know how to that.
Papa approved, folks. Papa
that was definitely Car Guy Coffee approved, and New York Pizza certification stamp on it. You get it. Great job, Michelangelo.
Gotta go all the way to North Carolina to get some good pizza.
Most fun Ninja Turtle, I gotta say.
He is, dude. Cowabunga, dude.
That's Freddie right there. He's the skater. You know what I mean? Cowabunga, rad. He's awesome. I mean, look. I mean,
see, Leonardo leads. Donatello does machines. Michelangelo's cool, but crude. No. Raphael is cool but crude. Cool, Michelangelo is a party dude. That's what it is. Teenage Mutant. Okay. So now, before we get off hi, folks.
Hey.
All right, Car Guy Coffee.
Get into your car. Car Guy Coffee. Car Guy Coffee.
Let's brew.
Let's start.
Brew Solutions. Guys, folks, thank you all for jumping on. Make sure you share if you're watching us right now. I know that we're getting a little crazy. We're talking about some stuff, but hey, Lou's out of town right now. He's having fun with his family. He's taking time out of his night to sit here and talk with us, folks, and I appreciate it. So we're getting ready to release our next brew. We just wrapped up last week
with Sean Hayes.
Man, himself, your car guy. Man, that was pretty good week.
To start off the week, right? We got the whole week going of all the patriotic feelings, right? And we kicked off the right brew of the week with "I Am a Real American." Right, getting that Hulk Hogan. Getting all of that going, right? All of that. That was Car Guy Coffee. We got that going, and Sean Hayes did not disappoint. He made sure to drop a whole lot of knowledge on everybody, and
on a 5-liner.
It was all exciting to see how people receive that, and we're thankful for that. Sean Hayes, go team! Thank you so much. Can't wait to get you back on the show.
Yeah, now we're shifting.
Now, guess what? It is time for another brew of Car Gal Coffee.
That's right.
Melanie Borden from Celebrity Motors. That looks like they own this city. Because I feel like the Celebrity Motors written all over every one of these dealerships. They just look so pristine, so right. But hey, she may have helped design them, because one thing that she does do, it's help people to build their brand and help them look better as a as a brand themselves, and she's doing that at the dealership that she's at, and she's promoting some great stuff in the car business, and she's always trying to take the time to help other people see what maybe others don't get the chance to see, and that's some of the great people in the industry and their aha moment, which she was awesome enough to bless us with, letting us get on that microphone and bless her with our Car Guy Coffee aha moment. And it was a great time. But this next brew that you're coming out, this was actually the conversation that was before our feature on her show. So get used to that.
Absolutely, it was. It's pretty awesome, folks. She's another solutionary out there. She's actually just a person who is on a constant growth path, and really a lot of fun to watch. She's very excited about everything she's doing. I shouldn't say exciting. That's who. But she's very excited about everything she does. She loves doing her marketing thing. She loves doing her show. She's currently has some other stuff that's behind the scenes that she'll be talking about later as we get her back on the show again one day. But man, Melanie, thank you for having us on the aha moment, letting us talk it out. Folks, if you guys haven't seen that, go check that out on YouTube. Look for Melanie Borden, aha moment. Check us out. Check it out. Give us a like on that. Let us know what you guys think. It gives you guys a glimpse into how Lou and I started this whole thing, which you guys, if you've been watching us since the beginning, you already know. But it was a lot of fun. It's actually a good time to reflect back on all the months that we've put together. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We're in constant growth mode. That's why people like Melanie, people like,
the only reason we ran into these people is because we're on a growth path, right?
Path of growth.
We packed on a giant up bus and picked up a whole load of solutionaries to ride around with. You know what I mean? See what I did?
I saw what you did,
Derek. The up bus came through.
But yes, absolutely. But folks,
a couple of these people are opening the windows.
Are they really? Like, who is that out there looking with the light in his face? Be like, yeah, I'm doing a podcast. Hello.
Like in your ears. I thought you listened to those. Yeah, well, we do both.
You should be like this. Facebook, Car Guy Coffee Podcast. Check us out. You'll see this live right now. Right outside the window. Car Guy Coffee.
Join me live, all of you other guests. To have.
Oh, look who that is. Coffee. Mr. Jason. Jason! What's up, bro? Man, you look like you had a great weekend with El Patron, Mr. Rudy up there. You guys had a blast. I love the hot tub scene. And then the cute little napping today that you guys did. That was awesome, man. Much like the bromance me and Lou have. Jason, we missed you, man. Hey, I really still cannot wait to the day that we get to come up or you get to come down and we all get to hang out, man. Dude, we're going to go out and have some good food together. We're going to talk some good smack. We're going to just have a lot of fun, man. And I wish I was up there with you guys this past weekend. It would have been a blast. Eventually, once all this craziness goes away, yeah. L-O. Yes. L-O. So, yes, back to what we're talking about.
We are talking about Melanie Borden and this next brew of Cargal Coffee. Guys, there's one thing that I know, and I try to make sure to appreciate, it's the incredible women in my life. Fred and I are both mama boys, right? We're mama's boys. Love my mama. She's among other things, she's still my best dad, Yes. After that, we won't even get into that. But mothers are incredible, right? And watching my wife, watching her mother, watching the dynamic of that, but also watching them just be the mother and the queens of the moment all the time. And the best lesson that I can ever give my sons is just do what they say. Give it to them. Smile. Take the picture. Smile for the picture.
Just do it.
Knock it out. You know what I'm saying? That is some of. Pick that up. Just clean it up. I know you're gonna get to it. Just go ahead and handle that. I know she told you twice now. Just
before she says to the third.
I want to have a good time, don't you? All right, let's just do that. All right. You know what I'm saying? I mean that is the most lessons that I can give my sons, especially at this age. You know, Gabe is 17 and he's about to go into a whole smart land that I've never experienced. Devin is established and doing his own thing. You know, past couple of days we've been in his crib. You know, so I know hey, this is his house. I'll let him do his thing. You know, I'm trying to learn how to transition in that role.
He's like, I pay the bills here, Dad.
Yeah, but like, sure do. That's why I'm not. What does she need? I got you. You can handle the garbage. You know, I try to do all the things in his house that I would expect him to do. You know, in somebody else's or in mine. You know what I mean? And so, you know, but when he's at home, he's at home. He just if we end up picking up the load, we pick up the load. It's our kids. But the transition is different, but not to the ladies. Let me help you understand that. The ladies don't know no different, but like, yeah, we're redesigning this. This is just getting changed right now. We're sitting there walking around the store because we got Target runs. We're going up and down the street looking for furniture, and Devin's walking around like, what are we doing here? And I was like, you know, and and Devin's like, you know, I didn't know I needed so many things. You know, and the ladies are just. Rolling down. I mean, it's been crazy, but it's just like and I'm still
just let them do it. Yes, just be happy, and then wherever they put the pillows and all the cool stuff, just enjoy it. Enjoy it. They know better.
Tell them it's nice. That's good. And like it, you know. And then in the end, it's like, oh, that's pretty cool. I do like that. Yeah, that is nice. Oh, that is convenient. I didn't know I actually needed that. Yeah, you know what? I do need one of these too. And then I need, you know, and you're like, yeah, see, you know. But that's something that women bring to the table so much that guys that don't think with both sides of their head or both that side of their brain bring to the table. A woman brings in, and that's what's exciting about any time that we get the chance to brew Car Gal coffee, because. Yep. A whole other side of seeing is brought into the conversation, and we enjoy it and appreciate it. You know, and she's a mother. Melanie's a mother before she's anything for anybody else, and that's exciting to just know that that's the natural person that we have in the cafe giving us a 5-liner, which we love. Everybody that gives us the chance to ask them 5 questions that sometimes penetrate deep for the answers to actually come out. And so I'm excited to know that we're still moving in that direction. There's so many great guests coming, but this week we're blessed to have Car Gal Coffee and a lady in the cafe, and it's exciting. And
yeah, she's different. She's a true definition of a lady for sure, man. And I definitely agree with everything you're saying. It's nice to have that the insight of a woman on our show to come in there and talk about what she's gone through to get to where she's at. Because truthfully, and we all know this, the car business is dominated by men, and it's not that it's right, but that's what it currently is. So like that in a lot of business right now. And, you know, as we can see women coming up, her being somebody like a vice president of marketing for a huge auto group like that, to have that position to grow and want that. Look at you doing some things to grow and have that position, and to grow and like become what she's become by doing all the right things, by making the plan, by making that a goal of herself. Now, folks, when you guys hear this show, you're going to hear the things that she said that she thought of before she became what she is now. And she's still not even close to what she wants to be one day. One day she's going to be even bigger, even more, even more inspirational than she is currently. You know, I talk about how inspirational she is to young people, but not, you know, young women, but to young people in general. It's a cool thing to see somebody who has such high goals and high standards for herself, even through all the tribulations she's been through in life. You know, she's been through some stuff. She went to school, thought that she was going to be something else, completely changed her mind, went a whole completely different direction, which is unbelievable. A lot of people think that, once I go to college, and if this isn't what I'm going to do, then I've lost everything. My life is over. But in her case, she was like, nah, this is actually an opportunity for me to try to find something else that I'm good at. She realized that, hey, I'm good at this, but it's not what I really want to do. She changed her lot. She changed her goals. She found something else. And that's okay, folks. No matter how old you get, Lou and I, we're at that 40 range, right? So when you get to that age, you start thinking about a lot of stuff and like, man, can I change things? And you realize, even if I change today exactly what I wanted to do, it's okay. I still got a lot of time left in life. At least we hope we do. I mean, but Jason, yes, laughing is exactly what we're going to be doing when we get with you guys. Laughing. I already know, man. We already laughed plenty just talking on these things, getting on the phone, doing our Zoom meetings, it's been a lot of fun just getting to get to know you guys. So we're real honored to have you guys as friends and to have you guys as, mentors. I mean, truthfully, Lou and I look at you, Jason, like a mentor. You're always there for us. You're a phone call away. You're a person that we can really reach out to and say, hey, I have an idea, or man, I have this issue. What do you think about it? And you're more than happy to just say, hey, here's a tip I have for you guys. You guys should try this out. Or you can just might say, hey, I don't know the answer, but you've been always so open to everything that we've asked you. So we honor that. And I appreciate that, Jason. So thank you very much for that. And I'm looking forward to laughing with you guys and going up there and having a good time. So Lou, where'd you go, buddy? Looked like you just lost signal for a second. Hey, guys, Lou will be back in a second. Technical difficulties, I'm sure. But you all are beautiful coming on here watching. So if you guys haven't had a chance to get to our store, we have a store out right now. It's called the carguycoffee.store. It's great. Go there, check it out. We have plenty of swag on there for you. We got our Car Guy Coffee hats, shirts, mugs. We don't have I have exclusive cups like the Nexel one. I don't know if you guys can see that from where you're at, but Jason, you see that. Oh, there he is. He says, I'm not going anywhere. We know you're not going nowhere, Jason. So we appreciate you for being here and being our friend, my friend. I don't know where Lou went. I think he lost signal or his computer died or something, but he'll be back in a second. But let's see. Richie is in the house. Richie's in the house. Richie's the man. Richie's a good friend of ours too, folks. If you guys don't know who Richie Bello is, you guys are missing out. He's another one of those guys that will be a mentor to you too. If you have any questions, he has a lot of experience, not just in car business, just in business alone. So if you have a question about business tactics and ideas and how to market yourself, he's another one of those guys. Jason's awesome. He's awesome. Rudy's awesome. These three dudes have been really influential to Lou and I's growth. The Think Ag group, of course, with Jason and Justin and Derek and Justin. I keep getting that J keeps getting in there. So those guys are just amazing people that just absolutely are fans of ours and we're fans of theirs. Great companies. All these people are actually all intertwined in a little bit, which is really cool because they're all connected and they're all friends and they all help each other and they all use each other's energy to constantly be growing and constantly be using it to get themselves to the next level. So, man, this is such a cool thing to have everybody here watching tonight. And if you guys are watching, once again, share this real quick because, we're trying to get this out here. We're trying to get people to get some understanding of what's going on. So, Jason, Nexel app, guys, if you guys haven't checked out the Nexel app, we had him on here too. And you guys, Rise of the Solutionaries, Jason Garris, man, awesome stuff. Nexel app. Jason has a lot of stuff coming. I know that he has some plans coming out here soon. And I'm looking forward to having him back on the show again soon too. So, folks, if you don't know who Jason Garris is, that's another missing out situation for you. Man, what a crazy weekend. So, my weekend, 4th of July weekend, I had my family come in this weekend. It was really cool. We had my wife's sister come in, Angie and Doug. Doug's is her husband. They have a son named Colin. They have two other kids that are both in the military. One's in the Air Force. Alex is their oldest. She is, I think, almost 4 years in already into the Air Force. And then they have a son, Ben, who's already 2 years, a little over 2 years into the Army now. He's already been to Korea. And he's back right now. He's in Fort Bliss, and she's out in Colorado. Man, appreciate both their services. I love them both. But it was nice to have them in town with their youngest, and their youngest, Colin's only 6. So they have these 2 that are already out in the military, grown up, gone off doing their own things, and they have a little young one. They started all over again. But Colin is just an amazing young man. Could read better than anyone I know at his age. Extremely intelligent, just cute as can be. So great to have him in the house. So what's going on with Lou? Let me see if I can find him real quick. I got to send him a link. Hold on one second. One moment, folks. While I'm doing that, I'm going to hit this let you guys hear this music while I try to get him back on here. All right. Since that all happened, guess what? Who is back? It's a Mr. Lou Ramirez.
Ready to be.
Hello.
What's up, family? So, internet's doing something really weird on my actual laptop. I don't know why it's acting silly and stuff, but I adjusted where I'm at, hooked up to power, but it's still acting kind of funny. But whatever. I did jump over and kept listening to you on the live talking about the relationships with all of these incredible people. And I'm sitting out here foxing around and trying to get stuff going and checking it out. And I'm just like, yeah, they're awesome. I love them because I do. I love those guys. These guys are all great people that encourage me in my understanding and in my belief of that family is so much more than just blood. And that we build real brotherhoods inside of the relationships that we end up having with each other. And it's exciting. I mean, just like being inside of the military, right? And being inside of any area where you build that camaraderie together. It's always something that I cherish and enjoy. And I'm so blessed to be brewing solutions with all of these great solutionaries that are blessing my life, way more than I believe I am them. You know what I mean? I just want to tell them how awesome they are. And they just keep pouring out their awesomeness, which is always great.
Man, so, no doubt.
Glad to be the cafe that their awesome coffee comes through,
And I do. And I think what really makes the difference for you and I, and this is truth, guys. And for all you all watching and everybody who's listening, the guests that have been on our show, thank you. And honestly, everything that we do, we are definitely doing this, trying our best to build relationships. This isn't to build a business. It's a byproduct of that, but we are building relationships with these people. We are learning so much from all our guests. We're learning so much on things that help us grow. And we're also hoping that what we can share with them from our little neck of the woods here in Kentucky, from all the knowledge that we learned from traveling the country, that we can maybe help them a little bit. And in the meanwhile, they're helping us so much. And so we have built so many relationships with these people that we really, truly believe are friendships now, that we are so bursting at the seams, cannot wait to hang out with them and see them one day and really meet them in person. It's going to be so much fun for us. I mean, I know that Lou's excited about it. We talk about it all the time. Oh, I can't wait till we go to NADA next year. We can't wait till we go to one of these digital dealer conferences, or the Game Changer conference, or we go, any of these things. we're so excited about going to these because we want to sit down with these people and talk. We want to sit down with these people and just have conversation. We want to sit down with these people and just shake their hand. I want to buy them a drink. I want to buy them a dinner. You know, I want to, it's just going to be so neat to have that experience. But until then, Lou and I have been having a lot of fun just sitting down with them and having great conversations. You know, it's truthfully, we've learned so freaking much, and we feel like that, you know, we're bursting again. You know, we talked about when we started this, our cups were overflowing. Now I feel like it's not a cup anymore. Now it's like this big giant pot of coffee is overflowing. And it's all because of guests like Jason, guests like Rudy and Melanie and, you know, Sean Hayes. I can keep listing off names and I don't mean to, but that's what we've been doing. We've been listing off names and it's been a wonderful, wonderful thing. So honor to all you guys. Thank you for being here with us.
And you guys are, again, I mean, I can't say it better than Fred said it. Why we're doing what we're doing. We know that some people might need a little bit of an extra push to listen to wise advice or to see how to apply it. And, you know, if we can just echo your messages one time and help it get to one more person that maybe you couldn't have gotten your message to yourself, then we want to be a part of that solution. But we love them. They're also just smart people that know this business, and that's something that we appreciate, because car guys and car gals, to maintain the right integrity of the show and what we promote brewing for you all, we want to bring you people that know what they're talking about. You know, not people that are taking guesses at it, not people that are kind of okay at what they do. No, the people that are tried, true, proven, and authentic, right? You want to brew with the best beans. We've been saying that since show one. Since this first brew was ready, that's right here on my chest, since this day, we've been wanting to make sure that you were brewing solutions with people that knew what they were talking about. And we understand that you may not know that we know what we're talking about in our world, but there's so much more world than what we've had the chance to see and that we have seen. But there's so many people that know more than us and know parts of it that we don't know. And we want to get to know them. And that's why we asked the 5-liner. But in any case scenario, the more relationships that you build, the more business that you do. And I want to always build relationships and build business together. So thank you, family, for my freedom. That wasn't free. Oh, thank you. I'll make sure to let him know that. Thank you, Jason, for the honor. Freedom wasn't free, folks. So I gave the family a big, there's a firework. They've been holding them. I gave my family a big boredom session. I was like, it's 4th of July. I want to watch this. And history did this whole thing on George Washington. So as we're kind of chilling and, you know, everybody's fotzing around doing their thing over there watching about George Washington and parts that I didn't know about him. And, you know, we don't have quite control of the TV the same here. So we're having to watch commercials and do all that stuff, which was okay, I guess. But learned a lot of cool stuff. George Washington, a very, very insightful piece that they did on him. But he wanted to make sure that he maintained the integrity of what the presidency was for our nation and for what it meant to be a solemn nation, and that to prove that we can govern ourselves and do this right. This whole idea that is America, that is a very young country, everybody, a very young country. He wanted to show the ability that we had to do this experiment and self-governing and giving a place where people can come and where they were once persecuted and then have freedom, where people can not have the choice to believe what they want to believe, but they can come and have freedom, to where people can come here as slaves and then be released from slavery, where the idea of a woman can't speak, then a woman can become empowered to speak. This nation that has been this experiment is still evolving. It's still growing. You know what I mean? It's literally like one of those fireworks that keep going off. And there's another part of it that keeps happening. You know, we are far from our grand finale, and we have a lot more to be able to pour out as a nation. And it's inspiring to, again, see where you came from, to then visualize where it is that you're going. And in any case scenario, was he a perfect man? No. Do we know any other perfect man? I only know one, and I'm not him. But we always forgive, focus, fly, and apply what it is that we've learned that is beneficial for our future. Apply that to what we're growing for tomorrow. But if it's not beneficial, let's wipe it off. Let's no longer bring it that load anymore. You know what I mean? And that's the freedoms that our country gives us. And my son, I mean, I'll spend all night just talking about the honor I have for my sons. But for what Devin's accomplished, and now that he's leading other airmen and showing them what to do and teaching them and being that role model to them, it's humbling. And it makes me, be like, whew, man, are we really here? Because, these are things that I've prayed for, for sons to be of this type of character. And they are beyond what I've ever even thought to ask for. And it's just humbling and it's great. But we are in a great country that brews not just guy coffee, but we bring that strong brew that you better watch out for, and you better actually open the door for that delicious gal coffee that is being brought into the room with a little pink, maybe a little green, maybe a couple other colors. But there is definitely some flow different when gals come in the room, like Melanie Borden and this week of gal coffee, where we're going to laugh, we're going to have a good time. And you just might learn something if you come ready to leave with a full cup.
No doubt, man.
I am excited for this week. And I'm still here. Probably going to be doing some jet skiing if the waters are sound or good for us. I'm excited. I saw so many doodles today. So there was a family that made way for us to park someplace. And they said, hey, are you going to be pulling in here? Because we're going to be pulling out. And I was like, as a matter of fact, yes. And it was right up to where we wanted to go. It's like, okay, we'll be right back. And then they went over, got ready to go inside of their vehicle, and then looked up, and there was this big, pretty golden doodle that pops up over a banister, and just pops up and looks around. And I'm like, doodle! I'm just all excited because I wish I had him here. We're at this whole place that we're at right now because we expected to have the dog with us. But I don't have him. But anyway, man, what's going on with you? What'd you do this weekend? Subprime Hero? What was your weekend like? Huh?
My weekend was super duper fragilistic expialidocious, man. It was a good weekend. We obviously worked Friday. After Friday got off, we left. When it came home, hung out with the fam a little bit. Saturday morning, got up. My sister-in-law, Angie, and her husband came down. It was a lot of fun. They came down. They brought their son Colin, and we hung out Saturday. For 4th of July, we went over to my in-laws' house, did some fireworks over there, a bunch of fireworks over there, just blasted a ton off. Then we left there, came home, and then Jeff came over here last night with his son and obviously his wife, and then we hung out for a little while. We threw some, did a little fire out there, did a little s'more action, and then the boys did some water balloons and going crazy with water balloons like at midnight. But they, to the point where they were just wore out, went to sleep, and then woke up this morning, man. And then from this morning, we just went. They got up, they left, and then we hung out. I went over to Matt's house, did some swimming over on his pool. Then the storm came through for a little bit, so that kind of put a little damper on our swimming plans. But we hung out there, and then came back home, and then that took me like a little, probably 30-minute power nap before this. That's why when we first got on, I was trying to stumble through my words. I think I was like, my brain wasn't all the way awake yet, folks. I do apologize for that, but I had to get my little power nap in. I'm getting old, folks, getting old. But overall, a great, cool, awesome, relaxing, fun-filled weekend. Could have been like a bigger party weekend, like 4th of July, sure. But will I remember this one? Absolutely. It's definitely a unique one. Will I appreciate this one? Yes, I will, man. It was great hanging out with family. It was great seeing them. They've, getting ready to, it's always great to see any kind of family, but they definitely are a shining light in our family. I love seeing them. I know my wife absolutely loves her sister. Doug is a great guy. He takes care of her sister so well. So to me, I think that means a lot to me. He stands up as a man in my book, and he's definitely a good father figure for anybody that he raises. So, man, great time, man. I honor them. They're great people. I love you guys. Thank you for coming. If you guys see this, and thank you for helping my weekend be a little bit better than it would have been if you weren't here. So, yeah. Good stuff.
Good weekend. It's a good time, and I think that everybody's going to have a bit of a remembrance for this particular season. Just about every holiday that we have this year, there's going to be that 2020, that year.
Oh yeah, I remember when it happened.
That's very true, very true. And some, again, I am so grateful for this year, Fred. We've had a very great year because we've gained these relationships that I mean are so priceless. You know what I mean? They're so priceless that we were able to gain these relationships, and I know we've paid more of a price for it. You know what I mean? As far as the you know, are we killing it? Are we doing great things? Considering what we've gone through, yes. But are we where we wanted to be? You know, as far as the where we were projected to go and where we were trending to go before COVID hit? No, but we may have taken a dip in what we actually were able to do monetarily, but it was and what we've invested inside of Car Guy Coffee, right? But we've gained these incredible relationships that are so valuable that I don't even feel anything that was lost on that. You know what I mean?
I feel like a millionaire right now. I do.
You know, everything's been worth it, and it's been so fun. So I'm not like 2020. This has been a great year. You know,
I think it's been a wonderful year
for us. Not saying that it hasn't been bad for others in other ways. But inside of any case scenario, you know, we're always going to make sure that we turn our light on as bright as we can turn it, you know, and we encourage all of you all to do so. If things are dark for somebody else, the best thing that you can do is not dim your light. You don't dim your light just because things are dark with someone else. You turn that sucker on. You see if you have a little extra to let permeate from you, a little bit of an extra glow, you know what I mean? And be able to emit something and be
I'm the master
with your confidence and let other people be flying with you. We can fly alone, we can do it, but it's so much better when we're together, so much better when we're united. And
I agree.
It's a great year. Dose 2020.
Folks, as crazy as it sounds, you will look back at this year, and if you put the work in, you're going to know that you had the greatest opportunity of growth in your life during that time. At least at this part of your life, this is the greatest opportunity for growth ever right now. I look back at 2008, and when I look back at 2008, massive growth happened with me in my car business growth. Like, I got way better at what I had to do. I got way more efficient. I had way better income even. It's crazy how to explain that. Now, this year has been a little bit weird. It's been the craziest year, but I could tell you, I know I've put some work in. I know Lou's put some work in. I know everybody that's been on our show that I've talked to, that I've interviewed, these solutionaries that have been rising with us, these, you know what I'm talking about, these fast trackers, all these people that we have put together, these you know, this ensemble of folks that are just ready to just help everyone they possibly can become what they need to become, and also for themselves to become where they need to become, right? So it's been an amazing growth for us. The relationships, like Lou was talking about, monetarily, when we're talking about maybe cash money, but when we talk about what these relationships make me feel like, I feel like I'm a millionaire already. I feel like that I am put myself in a position with the good beans. Man, we preach this stuff early in our shows. Good beans. I put myself in position with the right good beans to make sure that my blend of coffee, my coffee brew of Car Guy Coffee, is the best possible blend that I could put together currently right now. I have it. We have a great, great blend of coffee. And if you guys are not drinking this coffee, then you are drinking the wrong coffee. And I'm not trying to say other shows aren't great, But how many other shows out there are going to be doing this at midnight for you? How many shows are going to be releasing these shows consistently? How many people out there? I mean, I can name it maybe on my hand and not even get to my thumb. There's that many shows out there that actually have some real content with some real guests that really care about what they want to do, and they do it consistent. And I'm going to tell you, Car Guy Coffee's in there. It's crazy to say that, and I'm not saying that from a cockiness or a I'm better than anybody. But what I could tell you is this. I mean, Lou and I may not be the most talented podcast people in the world. We may not be the smartest people in a room. But one thing that you can never say that we do not do is you will never say that you outwork Lou and I. We will outwork you. We will make sure that we come in with more enthusiasm than you could ever imagine. If you need us to help you do anything, we're going to give you that energy. People have that energy, but they don't give you that energy all the time. We are 100% consistent. We love this. We love what we're doing. We don't do this for the money. Trust me. If we did, we would have quit a long time ago. We do this because we absolutely love doing this. We are absolutely bursting at the seams with so much knowledge. We are absolutely bursting at the seams with wanting to grow even more. We're not satisfied with the knowledge we have. We're not satisfied with what we know so far. What we're satisfied is what we know we're going to know 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. That's what we're excited about, that knowledge. And man, it's amazing to think we're not even 20 years in the business, but we still want 20 more years of this knowledge, 20 more years of growth, evolution, 20 more years of relationships, 20 more years of sharing, 20 more years of brewing solutions with other folks. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm telling you, and I'm saying this from the heart. Folks, if you don't feel this, then I don't understand how else to tell you how to feel this.
Then you're drinking. That's what I'm saying.
You guys need to think.
If
ad group.
But if you are drinking decaf, it's okay. I mean, folks, drink what you drink, right? You have what you have. That's what you do. We just want to brew our solution, and we're gonna keep brewing it because you know what? It feels good. It just feels good to be able to talk to some great people. It feels good to say some nice stuff, and it feels great to share great ideas in a positive way, right? I don't care what other people do or don't do. If they're not trying to better themselves, I can only say what it is that I'm going to do to better myself. And if you want the attention for how I can better you, then I'll offer it to you. But I we'll say it many times. You'll say it a lot. You can lead the horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And we're not trying to make you drink Car Guy Coffee. We're just telling you that if you want to brew solutions, you probably should.
No doubt. You can't keep expecting to get a different result by doing the same thing over and over, folks. You have to do something different. Maybe having a sip of our, and it's not just our brew.
Telling you minimum cars, get you some Car Guy Coffee.
That's right. It's not just our brew that you need. Folks, that's why we have all these guests. Lou and I can sit here and talk about so much stuff, and I get it. It comes to deaf's ear after so long. But these guys are always talking about this. But when we bring in somebody we're in Kentucky, but I bring in somebody from New York, and they hit you with the same kind of knowledge or similar knowledge that we're saying, you have to hear that. You have to listen to that. If I bring you somebody from California who's been doing it for 30 years, and they're telling you, hey, this is the way I've been doing it. This is what I've changed. And over this 30 years, I've changed the way I've sold cars like 18 times. Folks, that should tell you that you should always be evolving, right? It's facts. If I bring you somebody who's been doing finance in a finance box and he's been doing $2,000 year over year in the back side of it, every single time his penetration is 85%. And I'm telling you, this is the best way to sell warranties. You should probably listen to that. I mean, if you don't listen to that and you're doing your 60%, you're hitting like $1,000 per back end per copy, and you're telling yourself that this is the best you can do. It's not, because I'm going to tell you, there's people out there doing it, and they can show you how to do it. It comes down to enthusiasm, being able to be open and listening, and actually humbled on understanding that, hey, yeah, I do it good, but could I do it better? Yes, the best in the world will tell you they could do it better. They're constantly training.
I'm feeling what you're saying, because that's what we do, right? What's the next thing that we bring in, right? We bring into the cafe the female side of it. We bring in car dealers, and explain the entire hub unit that is linked together by people that are doing business on the ground, taking care of customers, taking care of vendors, taking care of their community, car dealers, the first brew of Cargal coffee. Then to make sure that we bring around somebody that then says, okay, not just the dealer's perspective, but then here's the other cup of Cargal coffee, which is showing you the experience of the customer and where it is that you need to focus your strengths on that. Katie Maris came through, made sure to bless the mic after you had Michelle Streets, Brittany Hibden, and Melissa Hanna come through and explain all of the flow of what's going on in Dealerland, to then be brought through with the experience, to have those new connections with all of these solutionaries that then get us onto a podcast with the actual Up Bus host, while he's talking about making all of these incredible connections that he's picked up, and just jumped into the car business and said, well, I don't have a lot of these preconceived notions and a lot of these old ideas. I am not bogged down by a lot of things in the past that worked. I might have to say it again. I am not bogged down by a lot of the things in the past that worked, that still work today. I don't want to take away from good old classic stuff that's always going to work, right? That's just the way it's going to happen. But people that come into the business that are not tied down by old mentalities will often be able to pick up some of the newest, best tools and do great things with them, right? And that's why we want to highlight people like Derek Bumper, like Sean Hayes, and like Melanie Borden, who is a fast tracker that is coming through and giving you the other side of the spectrum flow. And there's another great solutionary. Ron, what's up, brother? You're always learning.
Absolutely.
Right? Brewing Solutions. What's up, man?
Obviously, he's a smart guy. Always be learning. ABL, and it's so factual, man. And that comes down to what Lou and I talk about all the time. We talk about the forgive, focus, fly, but always be learning really breaks down to this.
You had the shirt, Fred. I thought you had it. I thought you had the new Forgive, Focus, Fly shirt. Oh,
I wish, Lou. I really wish it was here, man. But folks, did you see Jason rocking his shirt this weekend?
I didn't.
He was wearing it over at Rudy's house because he went up to see Rudy this weekend, and he was up there, hanging out at the pool, and they were hanging out in the hot tub and all that stuff. It was total funny. I mean, man loves stuff. It was hilarious. But he was rocking your shirt. But this is
a lot past few days.
But Ron, I love that you're always be growing, but then you can understand this keep growing, right? Always be learning, and keep growing is the same thing. That's what it's all about. Learning, growing, everything. You're just constantly just wanting to be more than you were yesterday. And that's simple, man. It's so easy to just be better than yourself. Sometimes it's harder to be better than Lou. Sometimes it's harder to be better than Grant Cardone or whatever, but I don't worry about being better than them.
It's impossible for you to be better than me at being me. It's just like it's impossible for me to be better at being you than you. It's impossible.
Always try to be your best you. Just be the best you. That's it.
Absolutely.
Period. Man. But yes, man, what a great weekend. I'm looking forward to you coming back. You get back where you're leaving Tuesday?
Yeah, I'll be back live in the cafe, sitting right over. Where is it? Nope.
On Tuesday? You're going to be back here on Tuesday?
Yeah. I'll be like, what's up, man?
All right. Let's see. Ron says, I'm on a mission to grow, learn, and always be myself and be the best at what I can do. Dude, there's no doubt. Ron, we honor that, bro. No doubt. I love it.
That he's actually pouring that into also, and that's why he's the need to grow gets amplified as others are dependent on growing from what you pour in them, right? Once you squeeze out all your ideas and all your tools, you have to then have something else to deliver for them. The greatest leaders are going to develop their people around them.
Oh my goodness!
They're always going to have to develop the people around them so that they have a synergy together to accomplish anything that they want. George Washington did that, right? He developed the people around him and empowered them. Well, the importance of getting a constant feeding tube inside of your life of knowledge, strength, wisdom, and growing spiritually, growing in your relationships, always having that that successor attitude means that you have to receive from somebody, be able to process that, and deliver back out. Seed comes in, seed goes out. Seed comes in, seed comes out. Seed is given to the sower. So people like Ron are taking in constant information and then pouring it out, because what's valuable, you kind of want to give to people, right? You want them to have the good of the land. Here, eat this. This is good stuff. Here, this is good knowledge. Here, this is the good that I got. Man, I need to go get something good for me too. Let me go get something else that edifies me and builds me back up, because you only last so long off of one cup, folks. I'm telling you, one cup of Car Guy coffee should change your life, but you're gonna need another one and another one. You know what I mean? And I sat there calculating the other day, because coffee becomes a big thing when you're not in control of all of your surroundings, right? We bought coffee makers and all that. Tiffany has her little thing. We're all, we got to have our coffees. So I'm sitting there calculating the amount of coffees that we go through. And I'm like, man, coffee it's just not going to cut it. It ain't going to work. You know what I mean? And you got to have many different brews. So it's exciting. It's exciting. It's just exciting to know that we're on a track where there's people like Ron and many others that are constantly brewing solutions.
Ron is that's why I got the nickname Automotive Architect, building salespeople and help build their business, grow their empire. I love it. That's my favorite thing to say. I love it.
I love it.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
This guy, Ron.
This guy right here, Ron, is man. High five back to yes, 100%. Yes, fist pump, all the above. Great way to think. And if more people were like this, if more people who had that inside them, who have that knowledge inside them, want to share it and they want to do those things, you should. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to worry about what people are thinking about you. Even if you're only blessed enough to help one or two people, you're blessed enough to help one or two people. Do it. But the more you help those one or two people, they're going to have that same knowledge that you taught them. They're going to teach somebody else. That's what it comes down to, the legacy stuff. This is like unknown legacy. There's a lot of times that you folks out there, people, we have touched somebody. We have all gave somebody a smile, maybe helped them get a meal that they needed, or maybe you gave a $5 bill to somebody at a gas station that was out of gas or something like that. Well, that person hopefully remembered that feeling and they used that and they turned around, they did it for somebody else. That is part of your legacy, folks. It's one of those things that you'll never know about. It's one of those things that you'll never hear about. But just know that if you're doing the right thing a lot, more of those types of small unknown legacies happen constantly. You're going to be out there touching more people constantly than you ever will know. I still could think about people who've helped me in the past. I still think about what they did for me and why that makes me feel like I'm honored to do those types of things for other people. It's funny. We go through Starbucks, speaking of coffee, we go through a Starbucks about, I don't know, maybe this was 3 weeks ago, and we're going through, we get up and I could tell they didn't allow the next person behind me to order, or they were just taking a long time because the line was long, but there was a big gap behind me. I get up to the thing and then the person in front of me gets their drink. They roll out. I was like, wow, that's quick. We get up there like, hey, our machine's down. Drinks free today. I'm like, holy crap. So me and Priscilla get our drinks. We leave. Wow, cool. Well, as cool as that was, they didn't, they were really neat. And I'm sure it was just a machine thing. They didn't do it out of their heart, even though they did in a sense. They could have sat there and, made us wait or whatever, but they let us go. So the next time we went back, my wife, the next time goes back, she tips the crap out of them. Right. That's kind of a legacy thing, I think, and then on the other day, I go through there, and because of that whole situation, I pay for it. So the people behind me, I bought their drinks. They had 3 drinks. I bought my drink and I bought their drinks, all because of that one situation that happened there. So that's, even though it's a kind of like a small little itty bitty thing, that's the type of little good gestures that turn into bigger gestures in the future. And hopefully that gesture that I did passes on. Same thing with the tip that, she tips the person at Starbucks. Hopefully those people who got those tips were like, man, we had a good tip day. The next time that they're out somewhere doing something, they're at a restaurant and they know that this, the person deserves a good tip. They take care of them, and that's the whole idea behind doing all those types of things. That's why human beings need to do that more often, because then everybody would do it.
Your wife, your son, you guys are an incredibly giving family, and of course we don't do what we do. We don't give what we give to get the accolades, and you guys never do. And you guys give so much from your heart to so many, and It's just because it feels awesome to do it, right? You get so much joy and so much life out of that, out of being able to bless somebody else. And you guys are never asking for recognition for that. And it's awesome. And I love to see it. And that's why, you're my brother, because we don't try to announce what we do for everybody. The right hand doesn't need to tell the left hand what it's doing, especially when it's helping somebody. I don't need to go take the selfie of the person that I helped on the street. You know what I mean? That is a little disingenuous. I don't need people to see that stuff. And if I need people to see that, then I've gained all the reward I'm ever going to get out of that, right? It's just showing that off, and there's the person didn't even get helped by that. But when you can grab somebody and really bless into their life, and whether it's a small gesture, a large gesture, but you can bring life that's turning on that light just a little bit brighter, in a situation where it may be a little bit dark, you can be a firework going off into the night. You know what I mean? Did you hear that? Did you hear the firework?
I did.
It was like, bam, coming together. But it was like almost as cool as this sound right here that so many people love, especially our friend Jason Garris. So, I mean, again, we just want to make sure that we're always turning on the light. And I love the family that you all are. Again, that's why we are family, right? We have a lot of the same heartbeat. We're inside of the same frequency. And if you guys weren't picking up what Fred was putting down on the whole frequency flow earlier, our same frequency is also connecting with people on the other side of the nation, in other countries, up, down, all around, from Germany to Silicon Valley, behind the veil of Silicon Valley.
Speaking of that, dude, I got some news. Did you see that email from Nikki? Oh no, he sent it to my email. I got to tell you about that. I got some more news about that.
I love
folks. I'm not going to spill too many beans, but we got probably some more announcements coming from the whole with Clutch Group .com. There's also going to be some other Silicon Valley folks that are going to probably be coming on our show. I got about 3 other guests that want to come on that are some in the car realm of it all too. So it's very exciting news. I'm super pumped up about that. Folks, we have so many guests. We're bursting at the seams. We're excited. It's almost overwhelming, but we love the overwhelm of it. It's okay. We love that guests are like, can we come on your show? Can we come on your show? Hey, and then we love that other guests are referring people to us. So that's like a car deal. The best sign of thank you from a customer or from a guest is when they say, hey, I got other people you should have come on the show. It would be great for your show. And they would love to come on your show. We had such a good time. I want them to come on. Hello. So really, really awesome. And but anyway, we got a lot of news to announce about that kind of stuff. I'm excited about that. But Lou's so right, man. We've had some really good guests on here. Guests, did someone say they love guests? Yes, we do love guests.
We love guests.
Ron's like, hey, is that a hint, Ron? Yeah. See, the thing is, just like anything, you can't get the business unless you ask for it, Ron.
And as we assemble all of these series together, we want to make sure that we put the right blend of people together, and we are definitely always looking for the right people to throw into the mix. So yeah, let's jump on. Let's talk about some solutions, brother. Let's have that combo.
Absolutely, Ron. If anything, dude, we can get you on one of these late night shows that we do.
Come and be on the live.
Well, we're up every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday night, man. I'd get you on now if it wasn't like we already been on 1 hour and 10 minutes. We're probably going to be hopping off here soon.
We got down.
Yeah, we got a show. We got a show to freaking release
about some stuff. I want to hear some of these. I want to read some emails and talk about some cool things getting down for the Car Guy Coffee crew.
Oh yeah.
But guys, this week, Car Guy Coffee. It's coming at you. You might want to get you some.
Don't forget it. Don't miss this.
The best thing that you can ever put on is
smile.
Your smile. The best thing you can wear is your smile. So put on a smile, folks.
Boom, boom, boom.
This company right here, Smart Payment Plan. Check us out. One of our very first guests on the show, Matt Grenke. He can put your dealership on solving some problems for a lot of people and helping your customers out. Check him out.
You could just give us a call. We can help you out too. We can get you connected with him with Smart Payment Plan. We definitely have a great partnership with them. We love them guys. Awesome.
People like Smart that make you think.
Ag Group.
Trying to brew solutions, folks. I'm trying to keep it as simple and seriously silly as we possibly can. Okay? So, car guys, car gals, thank you so much. Check out this one last time before we say our good nights to you.
Boom. We'll be back in about a minute and 15 seconds.
He had forced it over and was trying to fly.
Yay.
That. Get you some of that. Enjoy it. Car guys, car gals. This is Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
This is Frelinarts, the subprime hero.
And you are brewing solutions with Car Gal Coffee this week with Melanie Borden. Go get you some and share.
All right, folks. Thank you all for jumping on here tonight. Ron, we'll get with you. We'll make this happen. Let's get you on one of these lives, and then bro, it'll be a good time. If you want to get on the show quick, the live's the way to do it. If you want to wait about a month or two before your show releases, then we can get you on our show. Folks, everybody out there, if you guys are enjoying the show, make sure you share this. Make sure you let everybody know that Melanie Borden show's coming out. Check out all our previous brews before. Man, we have a half a year worth of shows, folks. We are coming and we are going big places. We're glad that you're coming for the ride. Frelinarts Subprime Hero with Lou Ramirez, the car guy. Let's brew.
Smile. Whoa.